So you're thinking about a career in Montessori education. That's awesome. It's a really rewarding path. But the big question is, with all the options out there, is getting your certification online the right move for you? Well, today we're going to break it all down, what it is, who it's for, and where it can take you. Let's get into it. You know, do you ever find yourself looking for more than just a job? Something with real purpose, a career where you can actually see the difference you're making in a child's life. If that sounds familiar, then you are definitely in the right place. That feeling is exactly where the journey into Montessori begins for so many people. And you couldn't have picked a better time to be asking these questions. Seriously, the interest in Montessori education is just exploding right now. In fact, the demand for preschool teachers, especially those with a specialization like Montessori, is growing way faster than the average job. So getting certified now really puts you ahead of the game. Okay, let's talk about how we learn. Education itself is changing, right? So it only makes sense that the path to becoming a teacher is changing too. Online certification has become a total game changer, offering a super flexible, modern way to get started in the Montessori world. Let's see what this new path is all about. So, what do you actually learn in one of these online courses? The goal here is to give you everything you need, all the knowledge, all the skills, to walk into a classroom feeling confident and effective. Let's peek inside the curriculum. At its heart, the Montessori philosophy is all about the child. It's a complete shift in perspective. Instead of just lecturing, it's about empowering kids to learn at their own speed through activities they can touch and engage with. And the big goal? To build real independence and a genuine, lifelong love for learning. Think of an online program as your complete toolkit for success. You'll dive deep into child development theories and the specific Montessori teaching methods. You'll learn how to use those iconic hands-on materials to teach everything from practical life skills, like, say, pouring water without spilling or buttoning a coat, all the way to complex ideas in math and language. Plus, you'll master the subtle art of observation and classroom management, which is key to creating that amazing learning environment. Okay, now for the most important part. We know what the training offers, but is it the right fit for your life? Let's get personal and walk through a few key questions to help you figure that out. First up, let's talk about time. I mean, let's be real. Who has enough of it? Are you trying to juggle a full-time job? Maybe you're raising a family, or you just have other big commitments that make a traditional 9-to-5 class schedule feel pretty much impossible. If you're nodding your head, you are not alone. If you answered yes to that, then online training might just be your perfect solution. It gives you the freedom to learn at your own pace on your own schedule. That means you can fit your studies around your life, not the other way around. For anyone with a packed schedule, this is an absolute game changer. All right, next big one, let's talk money. The cost of education is obviously a huge deal for pretty much everyone. So let's see how online Montessori training compares. And here's some really good news. Online training is often way more affordable than the traditional in-person programs. Just think about it. You save money on commuting, on gas or public transit, on parking, even on physical books and materials sometimes. It just makes getting certified a much more realistic and accessible goal for a lot more people. So what about your learning style? Are you the kind of person who really thrives when you can go at your own pace? You know, when you have the freedom to really dig into topics you find fascinating without feeling rushed? If that sounds like you, then online learning could be a perfect match. And here's something that's really cool. The way you learn in an online Montessori program actually reflects the Montessori philosophy itself. You're learning in a self-directed way within a carefully prepared digital environment, just like the children you're going to be teaching. It's this really unique way to fully immerse yourself in the method. Okay, so let's say you've decided that online training is a great fit for your life. That's awesome. But now let's talk about the future. What happens after you get certified? Let's explore some of the really exciting career paths that open up. A Montessori certification isn't just a piece of paper you hang on the wall. Think of it as a key that unlocks a whole world of truly rewarding and impactful career opportunities in early childhood education. Let's check out some of the jobs you could land. And look at how diverse these paths are. Of course, you could become a lead Montessori educator in a school, but you could also take those skills and become a preschool teacher in a more traditional setting, or maybe an early childhood coordinator, shaping the curriculum for a whole center. You could even become a sought-after homeschooling mentor or an amazing classroom assistant. The possibilities are really, really exciting.
All right, before we wrap this up, let's do a quick fire round and tackle some of the most common questions people have about online Montessori training.
Okay, the big question on everyone's mind. How long is this whole process going to take? Let's get a clear answer. For most online programs, you're looking at about 6 months to a year. And that's actually a great time frame. It gives you plenty of time to really absorb and master the material without it completely taking over your life for years. It's the perfect balance of in-depth learning and real-world flexibility. So, what's the bottom line here? Online or offline? Well, online training gives you incredible flexibility, and it's usually more affordable. On the other hand, in-person programs offer that direct, hands-on experience with the materials. Honestly, the best choice really comes down to your learning style, your budget, and your lifestyle. There's no single right answer, just the answer that's right for you. What if you're thinking about a complete career 180? You might be wondering if it's too late or too hard to switch into a field like Montessori education. Let's talk about that. The answer is a huge, resounding yes. Online Montessori programs are pretty much perfect for career changers. The whole structure, the flexibility, the support, it's all designed to help you make a smooth transition into this new, rewarding career. It is absolutely never too late to follow a passion. So after all that, what do you think? Are you ready to take that passion you have for early childhood education and turn it into a career you can truly love? If the answer is yes, then getting your Montessori certification online could be the very first step on an incredible new journey. It's your future. Why not build one you've always